Hello, hello. Here we are again with the Archetypes builds. Again, my name's Archie. You can call me Archie, Arch, whatever you want to call me. I'm sure I've been called worse. So, I put together a few wall ideas for you using the new mud block, and I think I've got one in there at the end that has the uh, muddy mangrove roots block. I thought that one looked kind of cool. You can see it down there at the end. So let's jump right in. We'll talk about these and how they're built. So the first one here, it's just the mud blocks. I think most of these actually just start with a mud block wall. I put a window in it with using the mangrove fences, stripped mangrove logs all the way up to the top, a couple of the mangrove logs facing out with the blackstone. These are polished blackstone buttons. Mangrove trapdoors, mangrove stairs, creating this nice little arch with the more of the mangrove trapdoors there, and then a couple of lanterns for lighting. Really simple, straightforward. This would make a great beginning of just about any kind of build. Make a really good Gothic build out of this one if you wanted to. That dark medieval Gothic look on this one. So the second one here, we have the black glazed terracotta. To get it to make this circle here, it's kind of fiddly. You have to play around with it, figure out which direction gets each one of these, because each one of these you have to be facing a different direction. For example, if I wanted to make it, I'd have to go one like this, one like this, one like this, one like this. Now I make that circle, but if I just place them down 1, 2, 3, 4, now they're all facing the same direction. So it is a little bit tedious to get these circles in the vertical dimension. On the ground, they're not too bad. Vertically, they can be a bit of a pain. But I think it's worth it. I think this looks really cool. It's just the mud blocks with the black glazed terracotta and then the polished black stone bricks and brick stairs and brick walls. I think this would be really great for another fortress castle type build. I think it's a great use for that terracotta. I like that terracotta, but I just have trouble finding uses for it. I don't know what it is about it. It just, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. For this one, I hid the lighting underneath here, underneath behind the netherrack. So that way at night, you can still have lighting around it, but you can't really see it. It's hidden lighting. I like to use hidden lighting sometimes. Like I don't, this is too wide. Putting a lantern in the middle is not possible. So I use hidden lighting just because my OCD gets to me, and that's how I want to do it. So let's go on to the next one. So here we have the next one. This one is just a base of the mud blocks. I just made the wall with a little bit of a ledge at the top in case you wanted stairs up there to walk around, and then used all of the warped stuff. So I've got the stripped warped stems, warped fences, warped trapdoors, all around the warped nylium, and then these soul lanterns because it has kind of the similar type of blue-green glow to it. These are just to make those supports. Those are just the gates. I put 3 across and then open them up so it makes it look like supports, and then buttons. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And that's that one. So the next one has that black and red theme again. I used a lot of the mangrove stairs and planks. Here I've got the mangrove roots, and then again the base is just the mud blocks. And in between for the windows I just used the red stained glass. A little bit of soul sand here to grow some of the nether wart on. Again, I hid the lighting. Oops. I hid the lighting underneath some carpeting just because I didn't really know where to put it. I didn't really like how it looked, so I hid it. That's kind of my go-to. Again, this is pretty simple. You can make it taller, or you could actually make it quite a bit taller. This middle section right here, you could just make it, instead of 3 tall with the windows, you can make it 5 tall, 8 tall, 10 tall, however tall you wanted them. Decoration, you could plant other stuff here. You could plant like the warped roots, or whatever you wanted to in front of the windows. I liked the nether wart because then I never really need a lot when I'm playing, so I can grow it and then it's here and I can just harvest it and plant it back, and then it'll grow back. By the time I need it, it's already fully grown. These roots, they will continue to grow, so you may have to trim them, or you can take a piece of string and put a piece of string underneath and it'll stop them from growing. So that's that one. Let's move on to the next one. And here we are. The next one is more of a kind of a modern look. It's also going to be a fairly expensive one if you're building it in survival. It's got a lot of quartz. I know if you're later in the game, sometimes you have a lot of quartz. So I know I usually do if I'm late game. I just took the quartz, put the smooth quartz stairs around, outlining the outline of the building. This is the chiseled quartz block and the quartz pillar coming up. I used the quartz stairs and slabs to make this little cutout like that, kind of echo this out right here. I used for lighting, I've got the end rods. If you don't have end rods, you could use pretty much any kind of lighting you wanted to. You could put soul lanterns or regular lanterns up here. You could change it up a little bit. Again, these designs are basics. You can make them and adjust them, change them up however you want. If you do, tag me in them. I want to see your ideas. I want to see what you did with my ideas. I love seeing that. For this top here, it's just 3 stairs. So you start with one step going this way, turn one into it that way, come around, turn one into it that way, and then it gives us a little bit of a cutout on each side. So that is that one. That's, like I said, more modern one. I think this one would look really cool if you were building some kind of like temple. This is our last one. This is actually one that I'm planning on using in the new survival world that I started for 1.19. The basics of the wall itself is the muddy mangrove roots, so it's not just the regular mud blocks like these over here. You can see it's got a little bit of a brown texture to it. So I like that. I used that for the background here. Use dark oak for everything else. So I've got the dark oak fence, dark oak, strip dark oak stairs, dark oak trapdoors. This is podzol. The easiest way to get podzol is silk touch anywhere around in the taiga, or if you grow a spruce tree, a giant spruce tree, it will make podzol around the base for you as well. Then for lighting, I put a lot of lighting here because, like I said, this is what I'm building in my own survival world in a swamp biome, one of the new mangrove swamps. I put a lot of lighting with the chains and the lighting, so it's got a lot of depth. And then the dead bush. Again, this is one you can harvest if you use silk touch. Any kind of silk touch tool, it's just going to break right away. If you silk touch it, it will give you the dead bush. If not, it's just going to give you sticks. So if you want these specific ones, you'll have to use silk touch. And I guess that's about it. Like I said, these are just some basics that you can use in your own builds. If you do use them, just let me know. I would love to see what you do with them. A lot of times I create pieces of stuff that I really just, I don't know what to do with it. So if you have an idea for any of these and you use them, let me know. I'd love to see them. Have a good one. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.